Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nara, and here we're discussing astrology, spirituality, and psychology. And this video is for my Cancer rising people. Really, felt inspired today after doing a Cancer rising reading to talk about Cancer risings because it's not easy right now for you guys and looking at current transits. Let's just quickly go over things. I really want to share my insights. First of all, what is Cancer rising? You guys are very intuitive, very empathetic towards other people, especially people who've been, hurt or mistreated before. You feel for those kinds of people, and you are a natural empath, meaning that you feel other people's vibrations, you absorb environments wherever you step in, you feel people's energies, right? And which is great. You can also determine what they want from you and what their potential needs, right? So without them even communicating, you know what they want from you and you're already ready to give it to them. And that is the biggest problem. That's why you guys get hurt. So especially for those who have moon in the first house or in the seventh house, I would say it's pretty difficult. And fourth, fourth too, and 10th. I mean, all of the angular houses is gonna, because it's the angular houses in cardinal modality, right? Cardinal signs. Cancer is very like nurturing and loves to take care of other people, right? But when doing, and people pleasers, they're afraid to be judged and they're constantly thinking about, oh, how am I perceived, right? Especially if you have a Libra placements too. So you guys are just like absorbing everything, and it's difficult for you to separate your emotions from your thinking, and also separate from what's your emotionally speaking and what not yours. Because remember, after getting in contact with people, they impress your subconscious mind because you feel their vibrations more than others because you're intuitive sign, and it makes you just like absorb environment, interferes with your daily practical activities. You should realize this because you have Capricorn in the seventh house. Now, what does it tell me? Capricorn in the seventh is you have to, in love and relationships and partnerships, you need to learn how to get a control of your emotions and not let them determine your next moves, and be predictable. Don't be predictable because you may be repeating a lot of your patterns also from the past, and also not being able to identify the role that you want to play in the world, like you're constantly going back and forth. Looking at sun and moon aspect is very useful with this one because remember, you guys are ruled by moon, and having such a water sign in the first house is like of your self-expression, like how you come off. It's not easy. You may come off as very sensitive. Inability, to control your emotions may make you project your emotions onto others. That's when it becomes a problem. And that's why you have the seventh house Capricorn. You are showing to the world that you're tough, but sometimes you can be very like fluctuate between these two extremes, not having balance at all. Like you may be way too out there, out in the world, connecting with people, working, inspiring other people, trying to reach your financial goals, but then if you get sensitive or you feel weak or there's other areas that are crumbling or not working right, there's no balance in other areas, you may project that onto the world and come off as sensitive. In that case, you may completely hide under your shell. You may completely hide because that's how Cancer is. It's like one day they're here, the next day they're not because they got sensitive, something hurt them from the past. Triggers. You guys are triggered on a daily basis. Remember that. Because you also have moon fluctuating your moods on a daily, which moves, hold on, every 2 days, right? Signs and houses. So imagine like today is like in the fifth house of hobbies and creativity. Tomorrow it's in the sixth house of health and work. Maybe like your health will make itself known about, certain symptoms or digestive problems. Cancer rising do experience that. Now, I have Cancer in the 10th. Not easy, I'm perceived like, oh, so sweet. And then they get to know me. I'm not that at all. Especially like if you cross my boundaries or like I have different aspects within me, and you too, cardinal signs. You need to embrace that, and especially your past. Don't be ashamed of it. Now, you guys really need to become this tough in the world and also allow yourself to validate your own feelings. Do not just let people run away with them, after you open up. Especially if you have moon in seventh or fourth or first, you would feel like pleasing other people way too much, wanting to please other people so that you get that thing in return, because you may give, but they may be no equal give and take. So you need to understand which roles you want to play in the world and which roles you want to play in the home and family. It's very important for you because the roles may be mixed up, and also you may be distracted a lot by home and family environments, may be impeding your progress in the career and financial sense. So letting go of these past, bickery even in the family, if you have any Scorpio in the third, like Pluto in the third, if you have no, if you have Mars in the third, if you have Mars in the IC fourth, yeah, like bickering, like Pluto. Well, it's not Pluto, like arguments, that affected your expression as an adult now. Also, pay attention to sun and moon. If you have squares or if you have oppositions, it's pretty difficult. Shows that mother father was in conflict. And the thing is, I would say, you guys, actually, if you don't have any aspect between the sun and moon, it's actually bad, because um, with squares, it's challenging aspect, but it actually gives a lot of motivation, and especially people with T squares, they have a lot of motivation to change the world, and change themselves, because they are so like left with these energies and they have to overcome them, and nobody is there to help. So you may experience that as well. But right now, I want you guys to pay attention. Moving on to the transits, I want you guys to pay attention to be aware of the lunar nodes taking place in Aries and Libra axis, because it's going to be in your fourth house. So your home and family is going to change big time. Shifting, moving, changing address, changing residence is what's possible, especially, like automobile stuff. We have Mercury. Hold on. Where's Mercury? Mercury is in Sagittarius. Yeah, like some things will pop up about insurance or whatever, because our internet, something with gadgets, you will have to like maybe new phone. There's like stuff maybe breaking too, actually, because Mercury will go retrograde. Be aware of that. But in terms of Libra, Aries axis, it's happening in your IC and MC. That shows that you need to become assertive. You need to become assertive in the work and demand what you want. You shouldn't be just waiting for people's permission to act, just to go and act on your ideas. You never wait for anybody. Just right now, it's very challenging for you because you're going to be pulled towards your past, and you will be always reminded of those pains until you integrate them, until you transform them. And you need to build new structure for your routine. This is how you deal with this energy. Don't go back to your patterns, but look at it differently. How can I change this? What should I change here? And it starts with your routine. Build new structure. Your imaginations and intuitive abilities about material world have to be put onto practical expression. And this is great to do it during Capricorn season, which is coming up next. And Mars is going to be in Capricorn all January. So you guys get prepared, but identify what you want until that period, until we enter Capricorn season. Follow for more.